know what time it is. It's hurling time. You already know it's that time of the month on the T-Dub channel where we continue to grow our knowledge of the game that is hurling. Now, if you're new to the T-Dub channel, basically throughout this year, we've been learning a bit about the game of hurling, which is native to Ireland. And I basically kind of became a little bit obsessed with it, and I wanted to learn as much about it as possible. So I specifically designate a video a month to hurling. This one's a little bit different. It's sort of like the backstory of a player and how they became a hurler, I guess. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Here we go.
Growing up, my grandfather always told me that the two most Irish things you could do was to speak the language and to play hurling.
Yep.
Now, my Irish isn't fluent, but I am a hurler.
Danny Cullen.
I developed my skills in this very garage here. You'd be in here 1-2 hours a day just striking the ball.
Sorry, 1 to 2 hours a day hitting a ball against a wall to improve coordination. Chief! No, if you remember in the last hurling video, I said these guys have like the best coordination I've ever seen. It's true. No wonder they do if they're practicing like this. Little sidetrack. For those that follow cricket, this is like what Don Bradman used to do, where he used to hit like the wicket stump with a golf ball.
I'm from Donegal. It's a county in the northwest of Ireland. Donegal will be a very rural area.
How many counties are there in Ireland?
Here as it would be down south, but people dedicate their lives to it.
Look how beautiful it is. Oh, what a uniform.
There's 32 counties.
There you go, 32.
Ireland. Within each of those counties, there is club teams which make up the county team.
So there's like a league in each county.
I played for my club, Setanta, since I was 7 years of age.
Setanta?
It's a club my grandfather founded.
Look how
back
beautiful
in
that is.
It's a club my father would have played for.
Good, stay me, get down it. That's it.
Subtitles.
And then when I was 16, I started playing senior level for Donegal.
This is amazing.
Over the last number of years, I've been captain of Donegal, which has been a privilege for me.
Come on, Donegal, let's lift the head.
Because you're representing both your club and your county and your teammates.
That's so cool. Basically, there's like a league in your county, which I'm assuming is the equivalent of like a state or like a council area. And there's like a league in that, and then there's all those, like the best players represent the county, which then play in the big tournament, which is what we've basically been reacting to in the other videos. I didn't know that. That's so cool. That's actually amazing. That's so cool. The answer is yes, I'm wearing my headband today. Don't question why, I just am. Maybe I should get an Irish one, given that this is a Japanese one from the Japan trip that we went on. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you watch it. But yes, maybe I should get an Irish one. Here we go. Up nice and close.
Hurling is the fastest field sport on grass. This means that the ball can move from one
It
end
is
of the
bloody
pitch
quick.
in a space of 2 or 3 seconds.
2 to 3. Wow.
If you watch a game of hurling, you would think there are no rules involved here. But for a hurler, there's a lot of method behind the madness.
Yep, I'm one of those people. Whoa, look at that stadium.
There's 15 players on each team, 2 teams on a field with 2 goals at either end. The main skills involved are picking up the ball, striking at the ball, and you're competing against other teams to score at opposite ends of the field.
Good effort from the keeper, just quietly.
It's similar to lacrosse because you're passing the ball with a stick, but unlike lacrosse where you have a net, you're using a flat piece of ash, and it just makes that much more difficult because you're not guaranteed control of the ball. There's some big hits that wouldn't be out of place in an American football game, but you've got to really be brave, get back up on your feet and go again.
Look how tough they are. It's amazing. Sorry if I'm not being that entertaining, I'm just so engrossed in this.
The rise of hurling came in concert with the rise of the independence movement.
Try to catch. Good.
In many parts of Ireland, especially in the north, playing the game of hurling is not just about playing a sport, it's about keeping your Irish identity, keeping your Irish history alive.
That's so cool.
It becomes more important than your job, more important than anything else by your family.
That's so cool and so inspiring, that the fact that a sport can like connect you to your national identity. That's amazing. That's something that's seriously cool. Australia kind of has something similar with footy. It's something that makes you Australian. They're like, oh, you play that mad game down under, man. Like I've seen you. Like I'll never forget this. I'll never forget, we were playing footy in New Zealand. We were kicking the footy around, which was a rugby pitch, because obviously they don't have AFL pitches in New Zealand or anywhere else in the world for that matter. But we were kicking the footy and we're kicking it around like there's 5 of us. We're just kicking it around, running around. We probably look like the biggest bunch of idiots you've ever seen. Then these Americans walk past and they're like, oh my gosh, dude, that's that mad game they're playing they play down under. And that was pretty cool that like people don't know what your sport is, but they can identify the sport with your country. That's so cool. And then some British people walked past and had no idea what we were doing. They thought we were the weirdest people ever. They're like, oh, get a lot of these guys. Like, they had no idea what we're doing. It's actually crazy.
And hold, lads, okay? Hold the ball.
Look at the grass.
Once a young lad picks up a stick, he strikes a ball. Over time, he develops a connection to the game because it's raw, full of passion.
That's what...
It just represents everything what Ireland's about.
Raw and passion. Is the T-Dub channel secretly Irish? Mate, that's what everything that we're about. We're about being raw. We're about being passionate about everything. But yes, it's very cool to see videos like this because growing up, we like are literally thousands of kilometers away from Ireland. Like, I hadn't heard of this sport until like 2020, COVID. One of my relatives is Irish, so they were telling me about it. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool, whatever. And it wasn't until I started this year when I was watching the videos and I'm like, holy moly, this sport is insane and it's so cool. But I love those two words, raw and passion. That's just beautiful. That's got me really excited. Bit shorter video today. Thank you all so very much for watching. One day, I promise, I will get to Ireland. I will get there and I'll watch a hurling game or play it. Who knows? But have an amazing day, everyone. And sometimes you've just got to believe.